RFID use case example for manufacturing production lines. Many manufacturing production lines, and especially medical device manufacturers, are required by law and regulatory agencies, such as the FDA, to only use regularly calibrated tools in their production assembly environments. On the surface, this seems like a simple compliance rule, but in reality, when looked at from the above, the complexities and the challenges of staying in compliance come into reality. Take, for example, Intuitive Surgical, a well-known manufacturer of surgical robots. They, like many manufacturing production lines, utilize huge manufacturing facilities with thousands of personnel, assembly workbenches, and thousands of tools. Now imagine if you had to make sure that every single one of these tools have to be calibrated every 30 days. Calibrating them is the easy part. The challenge is finding the tools. How can you know which workbench that particular tool is on? And even if you somehow knew where it was, how would you know if it was moved to another workbench 100 benches away? How would you know if someone accidentally picked up and brought over an expired tool to a production workbench? In reality, most manufacturers employ dozens of groups of personnel to be in charge of maintaining the inventory of tools and compliance, which is a significant ongoing expense for any manufacturer. This is when Senetron was approached and requested to analyze and present a solution to the problem. How could Senetron's RFID solutions help with this problem? At first glance, the Senetron team considered implementing ceiling mountable RFID readers, but after further analysis realized that the specific solution would not be feasible, simply because RFID readers would be reading a wide area which would potentially contain production and non-production benches. And the goal is to alert management if an expired tool ever found its way to a production bench. Ideally, Senetron would have to implement RFID readers on a workbench-to-workbench basis in order to be able to segregate each workbench to know which workbench had that specific tool on it. The next challenge that the Senetron team faced was the fact that the workbench placements on the production floor would change once every few months. This presented a new problem, because in general each RFID reader would have to be powered by an Ethernet PoE cable to power and provide data from the RFID reader to the central monitoring server. This would mean that data wires would have to be ran to thousands of workbenches, and every few months when the production bench layout would change, data wires would have to be rerun to every single workbench. The economics of rewiring over and over would never pencil out. Senetron's team took the requirements and the specifics of the challenge and designed a new Wi-Fi based RFID reader, the AA1 Zone Monitor, Active Antenna 1 Zone Monitor. This was the ultimate solution. With this solution, manufacturers could deploy Wi-Fi based RFID reader zone monitors over workbenches, entrances, exits, and any other areas of concern. With this new system deployed, Intuitive Surgical's tool compliance and management program became an automated, self-managed system that would help personnel locate expired tools and alert management if an expired tool ever made its way to a production bench. With this new system, not only did they benefit and solve their initial primary concern, but they also received many unexpected benefits, such as asset tracking of other valuables and equipment.